Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julianna and I'm so glad you guys could make it. Today I'm filming 20 habits of successful college students. Now, I know some of these habits are not going to apply to right now in this time of people's lives just because we are self-quarantined and we have things going on where we can't go out into public. So a lot of these tips won't apply to you right now, but once you're able to go out into public, then all of these tips will apply to you. So I'm really excited for today's video. Make sure to subscribe down below and also hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you guys are notified. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So my first tip is to write down all of your dates of your assignments in your planner at the start of the semester. So this is really going to help you to stay less stressed and get everything done on time, and for you to know ahead and in advance when you have things to do and when you're going to have more of a busy week or when you're going to have less of a busy week, so that you know when to plan and how to plan accordingly. And my second tip is to look up your final schedule, because you don't want to be scheduling a flight the dates that you have a final. So you want to make sure that you work around all of that so that you know when you can go home and when you can do things outside of your final. Look up your professors on Rate My Professor. Now, we don't want to just look up all of the times of our classes, because we want to make sure that we get a good professor as well. So look up your professor on a website like Rate My Professor. It'll have ratings, and then it will also have reviews from other students that have had that professor and what they think about that professor. So I would definitely recommend going on Rate My Professor. Number 4 is make a schedule that fits your needs. You want to make sure that you pick classes that are in the time frame that you focus the best. So if you focus better in the mornings, then pick morning classes, and make sure that you are able to go to those classes and wake up on time so that you can make it, because morning classes are preferably what I like to go to, but it's not for everyone. I know some people like night classes, but it's all personal preference, and you just got to pick what works best for you. And wake up an hour earlier than your first class. So if you have an 8 a.m. class, make sure you wake up at least 7 a.m. just to get a good morning head start, and you make sure you're able to take a shower and get ready properly, maybe do your makeup, do your hair, you know, eat a healthy breakfast, drink your coffee. Make sure you have an hour or two ahead before you have your class. So I personally, if I have an 8 a.m. class, I like to wake up at 6 a.m. so that I have plenty of time to get things done. Better yet, I even like to wake up at 5 a.m. Also, this one's probably a no-brainer, but start studying for your tests a week in advance, because this is definitely going to help you to be less stressed and get things done on time. Find tutors in your area, and also if you have Upswing, do that, because it's like a virtual tutoring website. I use Upswing because I'm in self-quarantine right now, and it has literally saved my butt with these online classes. So I really like Upswing, but not all universities have it through their school, and I know that's kind of sad, but if you have it through your university, I would definitely take advantage of that opportunity. Also, get outside feedback from your work. So if you have like an essay that needs to be read over, just to make sure that you don't have any punctuation or grammar mistakes that you have looked over, get outside feedback from your friends, your family, your parents, whoever. Just send it to them and let them read it over, and then you can get your feedback from them so that they can tell you like, hey, you missed this, or you did this wrong, and that'll really help to get you a better grade on your assignments. Also, have an ideal study setting. So let's say you study better in coffee shops, or you study better at a desk. I personally like to not study in my bed, because I feel like bed is a place for sleep and not working. So I like to separate my bed from sleep, and then like I like to have a desk, which is right here, and I like to study here. So I always like to separate certain areas of my room for certain things. So like my bed is for sleeping, my dresser is for getting clothes, my desk is for studying. I like to separate those certain areas so that I know what area is for what exactly, and I'm not getting confused and everything. And I usually, when we're not in self-quarantine, I like to go to coffee shops, but that's not very ideal right now just because you can't go into places because of the self-quarantine. So I always like to study at either a coffee shop for like the first half of my sessions, and then the second half I like to come home and do my studying at a desk. And also, stay on top of your grades. I know some professors don't allow this and they don't put their grades in immediately after you have submitted them. So if you want to like get an app that helps you track your grades by the grades that they have put in, then that's really going to help you to keep up with your overall average so that you know like what your overall grade is, so that at the end of the semester, you're not like, oh my gosh, I made this grade when I could have made this grade, if that makes sense. So make sure that you're keeping up with your grades so that you know like you're striving for an A and not like a C. And make time for friends and self-care. This is what really has helped me, because I don't like to not have self-care and me time, because if I don't have that, I'm probably gonna go bazookas, because I have to have time for my friends, for myself. I have to just have time to myself every single day of the week at some point. And I find that when you do this, you're a lot more successful and you're set up for success a lot better than if you just like studied like all the time and never took a break. So take breaks and do that, and that will really help to set you up for success. And also, print papers and assignments the day before. When I went to class on campus, I always saw like freshmen going into the library and printing papers off like 15 minutes before their class started, and they were super stressed and there was like problems with the printer, and it was just so funny because like, you know, you could have just saved that trouble and done it the day before versus going in there the day of like 15 minutes before and doing all that when you could have just saved yourself the stress. So just print your papers off the day before. Get involved with something, you know? You gotta get involved with something. You can't just be a loner. I personally like to get involved with ASL, which is American Sign Language Club, and I was actually the vice president for my club at my university, so I really like that. So always get involved with something that'll really help you to make new friends and get to know people better. And also, keep a clean room, because you're gonna have a better atmosphere and you're gonna be able to study better when you have a clean area and a clean workspace, because you're not gonna be focused so much on the clutter and the dirtiness versus your work. And then you need to have a Sunday routine as well. Because when you have a Sunday routine, it's like a day that you can designate to cleaning and prepping for the week. I personally chose Sunday because it's like the start of the week and you can like prep everything for the following week ahead, and then you have everything laid out to where you're not stressed. So it's very beneficial to have a Sunday routine. I personally like to make to-do lists because it's really going to keep me on track and help me, you know, stay productive and stay motivated and stay on the right track to success. Celebrate the small victories, you know? I said this in my last video, or one of my last videos, and it will really help you. Like, celebrating your victories is really gonna help to motivate you to go even further and get your stuff done and just, you know, keep moving. Because if you celebrate your wins, you're gonna be happy and you're gonna be positive and you're gonna want to move forward and do more and more and just be more productive. So always celebrate your small victories, because your efforts are worth being praised. And stay active and eat healthy, because this is going to help you to not gain that freshman 15 or not gain that sophomore and 30, and it's just going to help you to stay healthy in the overall long run. I personally like to have healthy snacks on hand, and since we are self-quarantined and we can't go to a gym because they're all shut down, I like to do yoga and meditation every morning and every evening, as well as a little 10 to 15 to maybe 30-minute workout here at my house. I also like to walk my dog. There's plenty of things that you can do at home that don't require any gym equipment or anything extra. So I think that it's really good to still stay active even when you are stuck at home, because this is the time that you really need to be active, because this is probably the time that most people are going to gain all the weight because they don't have access to all that extra stuff. And my last tip is call home, and also stay in touch with your friends and your family, because this is definitely going to help for you to just be in touch with them. Like, this doesn't really apply to the time right now, but if you are at a university and you're like on the other side of the United States and your family's like maybe in Hawaii and you're in Boston, just a simple example, you're going to want to stay in touch with your family because they're all the way across the United States and you're not going to be able to talk to them. So calling them daily and just having a little FaceTime call or something is really going to help to kind of boost your mood and stay in touch with your family, because that's just what's going to keep you happy. So yeah, I think that was actually 19 tips, but hey, I gave you tips. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and also comment any video requests that you have for me down below. I would love to, you know, film videos that you guys want to see, not that I want to film, because I like filming videos that my viewers like. So talk to you guys later. Bye.